Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark, and today in Sun Bear Studio I have with me Miss Charlese Latour of Tupelo, who is going to talk to us about dancing with the king. Charlese, what king do you mean?
Well, Elvis, obviously.
What other king is there, right?
Right.
Tell me about Dancing with the King that's coming up.
You know, this is our 12th year, and we just love doing this event. We have a whole weekend for dancers, but the most important thing to talk about is Friday night. So that's October the 17th. It's a big sock hop party. We're raising money to put dance teachers in area schools so that kids are getting the opportunity to learn how to move and how to cooperate with each other. But that big party includes things like Elvis tribute artist Jack Curtis, and it includes all of our celebrity dancers who are raising money, getting out there and leaving it all on the dance floor.
Charlese, I think we should take a step back. This is about the third or fourth, maybe even fifth time that you and I have had this interview about this event. But there's a lot of people listening today who may have never heard of it. So let's talk about how it got started and who it benefits.
You know, there's a lot of things that we want people to get the opportunity to do. And it's so easy to sit back and say, well, you know, the schools just aren't doing enough. But, you know, the schools are doing what they can do. And so if there's something that you're passionate about, you need to say, how do I go ahead and do something about that? I love to ballroom dance. Ballroom dancing is like a big part of my life. And I think about all the benefits I get from that. I get the benefits of going to parties and hanging out with other people and meeting new people and being able to do something that I love with other people. And I also think about how much better I am at cooperating and communicating. And, you know, there was a study that just came out that says that the number one thing for improving mental health is ballroom dancing, that it's better for depression than any of the pharmaceuticals, than cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a really interesting study out of Australia. So I said to myself, and my co-chair, Ruby Dale Harden, said this too, how do we go ahead and create an opportunity for more people to experience ballroom dancing, or what we'd like to say now is partner dancing, because it's not just the waltz. People think ballroom and they think waltz and they think humongous dresses. And we do cha-cha and we do swing and we do other kinds of partner dancing. So we like to use the word partner dancing. And so how do we go ahead and give other people the opportunity to experience this? It's just like anything else. If you're going to do it and do it well, there's some investment involved. And not all of us have the capacity to make that kind of investment. And so this started out as, how do we say to young people, you can come to a weekend event that has really good workshops and that has parties where you can practice, and make it to where they could come for free. And so we scholarship people who are 25 or younger to come to the event and to experience all of those dance things. And, you know, we didn't have it at the beginning, but we do now. We even have a ballroom dance competition where you get to experience going to a comp. Now, when I go to a competition someplace else, you know, it's by the time you pay the airplane and the hotel and you pay all the fees and everything, you're looking at a couple $1,000s to do that. This allows people to do that without having that overhead and investment. Well, then as we started doing it, we started having some conversations with area schools, and we said, you know, this is an opportunity for these area schools to give to their students the opportunity to try something that they, depending on their home life, might not be a possibility. And so we now benefit. We did 178 kids last year who got to take partner dancing lessons at school and got to experience what that looks like. And the schools didn't have to pay for it. And that includes a big one-day festival at the end of the school year where we bring all of those kids from all the different schools together. They learn, they dance together, they get to have a fun day. They get to celebrate what they learned in their class. So each class does a performance of what they learned throughout the school year. They learn a new routine together with their parents and all are invited to come see it. And of course, we feed them lunch and they get a t-shirt and all that kind of fun stuff. But all of that is paid for and funded by having this event, Dancing with the King. And think about what kind of confidence you give a young person when they're able to walk up to somebody and say, would you like to dance? And then know that they can go on the dance floor and they can actually dance with that person and they can do it. Because, how often do we sit on the sidelines and go, I'm not going to ask anybody because I'm not sure I can do it, right?
I love that you guys are doing that with kids young because then they have their whole lives to experiment and decide, oh, yeah, this is going to be something I do forever. And they would never get that light bulb turned on if it weren't for what you're doing. Now that we've made everybody know how important this thing is, let's tell them how to go.
The easy thing to do is to go to dancingwiththeking.com. Right on
dancingwiththeking.com.
Correct. And right there on the homepage, there's an opportunity for tickets for Friday, which is what we've been talking about. There's also opportunities for other tickets. Let me talk about the other tickets that are on there. So Saturday night, there's a completely separate event where people like me get out there and we perform. So you get to see everything from somebody who's been dancing a year or two to people like me. I've been dancing 14 years now, to professionals who get out there and they perform as well. It's another dinner, dance, party, fun event. And this year we've actually offered two kinds of tickets. So this year you can buy a dinner ticket for Saturday night, or you can buy an I just want to come watch ticket that doesn't include dinner, but is less expensive. So we have both options. For Friday night, everything's dinner. It's with that many people, it would be very complicated to do it differently, but Saturday night's a little different. The other thing that happens is we have this ballroom competition on Sunday where everybody gets on their fancy dresses and you have it's just like watching a competition in the movies. And it is very inexpensive to come watch that as much as you want to for the whole day. And so those tickets are also right there on the homepage at dancingwiththeking.com.
I'm super excited this year because our very own Heather Tate, every Monday, Heather comes on and gives us free tips about how to travel well. And she does that just because she wants everybody to be able to love travel as much as she does. So she comes over and she has a show every Monday on the Shark at 11 a.m. She is one of the dance contestants. She's super excited about being involved. Tell me who else is involved like that.
Absolutely. So this year we have Andy Burleson, Andrew Kaufman, Ashley Pickering, Daisy Jade Silvas, Heather Tate, Rashad Shannon, Troy Robertson, Vanessa Satterwhite, Wesley McCullough, and Will Webb. So we've got a lovely lineup of people who are taking lessons with a professional to learn how to dance. Whatever their level is, from the people who've never danced anything before to people who've done some things, are getting to prepare, but they're also raising money, and the raising money is the big part.
And then the money that they raise goes to the schools because you have pros who are coming into the schools to teach kids how to dance, and they can't do that for free.
Correct.
They can't just donate their time all day long. And so you're paying those pros to come to the schools. That way the kids have nothing to pay. They just get to learn ballroom for free.
Correct. Partner dancing for free. Absolutely.
Partner dancing. I got to teach myself to say that. And you taught 178 kids
last year.
That is so exciting. That's cool.
Yeah, 5 schools participating, and all last year, all 5 have renewed for this year, and we have 3 schools that we're talking to adding on, so we're definitely growing and getting bigger.
That's fantastic. Tell us one more time your contact information.
Please go to dancingwiththeking.com. The phone number and everything is right there on the website.
And the dates of the event?
It's October 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Okay, Charlese, thanks so much for coming over again to tell us about this event.
My pleasure.
Shark fans, that's all we have for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's going on in North Mississippi. If you have a question, a comment, or suggestion for an interview, or if you want access to this interview, you head over to our our website, shark1023.com, and click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississippiHills.org.